Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Drop them bones into the pot, goose neck and bones, forget me not. Add that charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble. So for today's video, we're making bone broth, but not any kind of bone broth, goose bone broth. Typically, bone broth is made with beef, chicken, or even fish bones and innards. Innards are things such as liver, kidneys, hearts. Basically, you're using the carcass of the animal. Now, I have not seen anywhere on the shelves any bone broth that's actually made with goose. So I had this goose carcass and I wanted to use it up. And I figured, let's save it for using in a bone broth. And here we go. So right now you're seeing me at the point where I have had the broth cooking for about 10 hours. After the 10-hour period, I set it in the refrigerator because I was not going to watch this overnight, people. And then I took it out of the refrigerator, skimmed out the large parts of the bone and the innards and the carrots that I had there for the most part. I placed those into my Vitamix and I broke everything down until it was like a soupy mixture. I poured it back into my pot, and at this point where I'm stirring it, I'm just mixing everything in. But I will tell you, what's in there are the broken down bones that have been broken down to their smallest bits in the Vitamix. I figured that would be a way to extract more of the nutrients out of the bones and the innards. So anyway, it turned out to be really good because most recipes I've seen have you just cook the bones and then strain them off. I wanted to make sure I got every little bit of the major nutrients out of these bones and the carcasses. So let me tell you, what are the major nutrients that you'll find in bone broth? Gelatin, chondroitin, collagen, proline, and glycine are nutrients that people typically try to get by consuming bone broth. It is believed that the gelatin in the bone broth actually helps to support healthy gut function because the gelatin absorbs water and helps to keep fluid in the digestive tract, helping to promote good transit of the nutrients and the waste through the bowel system. Now, the chondroitin in the bone broth is supposed to help improve joint function and joint health. Chondroitin is a building block in the formation of cartilage, and it's also thought to have some anti-inflammatory properties which helps to decrease joint pain. Now, the collagen in the bone broth is thought to help strengthen your bones, slow the aging process, and help your skin, hair, and nails to be hydrated and strong. As we age, collagen production in our bodies decreases. So the reason why some people say you can supplement with collagen is because that's a way to replace some of the collagen that your body's no longer making. Now, research has not thoroughly confirmed this. It's back and forth on it. So take it with a grain of salt. But the collagen itself, when it's consumed, is not directly absorbed into your system because the molecule is too large. It is actually broken down into its base component amino acids and then absorbed in the body. So maybe your body then uses that to form more collagen since it can't make it itself as efficiently. So think about that. So the proline and glycine in collagen have multifunctions that all support the above listed functions for the other nutrients. These so-called super amino acids help to support and repair your joints, help to fortify the immune system. They help to seal the gut lining. So if you have leaky gut, these nutrients can help to seal the gut lining and rebuild the digestive tract. They help to enhance energy. They help with sleep, slow the signs of aging, and supposedly calm the nervous system. So why not, people? Why not? In addition to the previous listed nutrients, keep in mind that bones are rich in calcium, magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, and several trace minerals. The bone marrow itself usually contains vitamin A, vitamin K, zinc, iron, boron, manganese, selenium, and some omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Of note is the fact that you cannot specifically quantify exactly how much of each of these nutrients is available in your particular bone broth, because that depends on how healthy or unhealthy and how well fed or malnourished the particular animal was that the bones broth was made from. The bone broth, people. You know what I'm saying. Work with me here. I'm coming to you with this good information, people. And the greatest thing about bone broth is it is something that can easily be made by anyone at home. However, if you would rather, you can purchase it from a store. Just keep in mind that most commercially produced bone broth also contains things you don't want, such as hormones and additional antibiotics. After 10 more hours of simmering, you can see the fat has risen to the top, and there you have our finished product. And happy dance, we are done. Now, I don't want to make it seem like everything with bone broth is all rosy. Lead poisoning is a potential hazard with bone broth depending on where your cattle has been fed. So we will transfer our bone broth from the pot into the mason jars for storage. The mason jars will help to keep it fresh, to help preserve the bone broth during storage. To minimize spillage, I'm using a measuring cup to transfer over the broth into the containers. I am straining off the excess bone particles from the broth mixture and any residual pieces of vegetable that may be in there, the vegetable being carrots, of course. And I will do this evenly until each jar has approximately the same amount of material inside. Note that I am not filling them to the top because I will store one or two of these in the freezer for later use. So as you see, this is the final finished product, and you'll see that white foaminess at the top. That is actually the fat, because bone broth does contain some fat, and of course fat separates from the liquid. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.